Hello everybody, SSA here, aka Super Sunarashi, coach of the Groningen Golducks, bringing you our draft review for the Frontier Battle League, the FBL Season 3, as we picked 12 mons, and I'm going to show you which mon we picked and why I picked them, and with that, begin this season of the FBL. I'm so freaking hyped. After last season, we did so well. I want to even go further than that, but it's going to get difficult because a new season, new rules, new possibilities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the mons one by one, not in the order that I drafted them, but in order of their tier. So first we're going to show you guys the OU tier, then the UU, UUB, and so on. So yeah, I'm sorry, but this is all new for me. I'm doing this with a complete new setup, webcam, new layout. So this is the layout you will be seeing in the battles, so I hope you do enjoy that. But our first mon is none other than Tapu Fini. Now Tapu Fini wasn't the Tapu I really wanted. I really wanted Tapu Bulu because everyone knows that I love Tapu Bulu. But all of the Tapus got chosen, like Tapu Lele got chosen first, then Tapu Bulu, and then Tapu Koko. I could switch it up, but yeah, Tapu Fini was the only one left, and I thought, you know what? Let's pick Tapu Fini. Let's give her a chance because Tapu Fini does get defog, and Misty Surge can also get very useful for us if you see our complete roster. So I think Tapu Fini can actually be a very good asset for the Groningen Golducks, and being it the water type and our mascot is Golduck, you know, it's actually a pretty fitting mon for our team. So Tapu Fini is our first OU mon that we picked, and I think Tapu Fini can actually do very good this season in terms of defense. Tapu Fini can be used very defensively, and of course, as I said before, the defog can help us out in the end. So Tapu Fini, first mon of our team. Next off in OU and last mon in OU is Gengar. Now Gengar did lose his levitate ability, that makes it quite harmful against earthquakes and something like that, but Gengar is still useful against fairy types, especially the Tapus, Tapu Bulu, Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele. Well, Tapu Lele is kinda meh, but you know, Gengar can actually be very useful against fairy types. Poison Ghost typing is a good typing as well, and Gengar just hits hard, and I saw the chance for me to use Gengar this season, and I picked him, and I think it's going to be one of our strongest special attackers in this season. And yeah, before I'm going any further, most of these nicknames for the mons, I don't have any. So if you want, you can leave nickname suggestions in the comment section below. I will surely look into that, and who knows, maybe your suggestion will get picked and I will use that nickname in the rest of the FBL season. But gonna continue our forward, going into the UUA tier. We had two UU tiers because there were a lot of mons, and we divided them up into UUA and UUB. So our first UUA pick is Arcanine, and I really needed a fire type in this team. And looking at the draft choices and tier choices, I think Arcanine can actually be very useful in terms of typing coverage. And I really wanted to use Arcanine this season because I never used Arcanine competitively. And yeah, Arcanine can do really some good stuff, and I think Arcanine is going to get a real good kill ratio in this season. No, I'm not going to, you know, make any prediction about that. Nobody suspected me to kill 15 kills with Magnezone, 15 plus kill with Magnezone last season. So next off in our UUA pick, we have Mega Sharpedo. Now, I first didn't want to draft a Mega because we are drafting by Alola pre-bank rules. So any mon in Alola, and that includes Island Scan, by the way, they can be picked. All the other mons that weren't found in Alola, those were not legal. So for instance, Mega Gardevoir or Gardevoir itself wasn't legal in this season. And I think that makes this season of the FBL rather interesting, so it's going to be fun and see how that eventually works out during the season. But yeah, I didn't want to include a Mega in my team because I thought, well, Mega Pokemon they are, you know, post game of Sun and Moon as well. So using Megas would kinda, you know, be abstract to the draft rules that we set. But eventually I thought, you know what, Mega Sharpedo, it's a dark type. I wanted a good dark type in our team, and I thought, you know what, I have the option. Just let pick Mega Sharpedo. I mean, Mega Sharpedo can work out well for us in the end. It's a speedy mon. I like speed mon, so that's going to be very useful in the end. And it's another water type after Tapu Fini, and as I said before, that can actually help us out in the end. So next off, UUB. We're going to go to the UUB tier, and the next mon, and this was the first mon I've picked, the first mon I've drafted. It's none other than Roserade. Roserade is back in Season 3. 3 seasons in a row, Roserade for the Groningen Golducks. And yeah, what can I say about Roserade? Roserade is such an amazing mon in this format. I really love Roserade. It became, thanks to the FBL, Roserade became one of my favorite mons ever. So yeah, Roserade is back. Smeldis is back. That's one of the only nicknames I've, you know, have said already, because Smeldis and Roserade is just a huge part of the Groningen Golducks, and it's going to be an amazing powerhouse this season for the Groningen Golducks as well. So up next to the UBB is Rebarbe. We also got Rebarbe, one of my favorite, if not favorite mons of the Alolan region, is part of the Groningen Golducks. Rebarbe can be very, very useful for us in this draft format in singles. It's going to be so slaughtering for us. I said slaughter again. I've created the the VGC Touched Open experience today as well, a few hours ago. So I'm still a bit tired and a bit softer with my voice than usual. But Rebarbe, I love it. I love Rebarbe so much, and I can go lots of ways with it. Also with terms of using items. So Rebarbe is here, and I'm so glad. I don't know if I'm going to use my nickname for Rebarbe that I had in-game, but we'll see, we'll see. So next up we have the RU picks. So the first RU pick is Toucannon. Yes, we've got another Pokemon from the Alolan region that I very much adore, that I began to like very much while playing. And Toucannon is here, and Toucannon can hit so hard. And Skill Link, either Rock Blast or Bullet Seed, it can be very, very much dangerous if you have to face off against a good Toucannon. I don't know if Toucannon gets defog. I have to look into that myself. But yeah, Toucannon, U-turn, Beak Blast can also be very useful. Toucannon is an amazing powerhouse and not that slow as well. So again, a very, very speedy mon for us in our team. I think we've got some amazing mons in terms of speed this season. I'm very happy with that. So on to our next RU mon, and this mon wasn't my pick. I really didn't want Politoed. I've made a list of mons I've wanted, and Politoed was like 4/5 of the mons I wanted in RU. And because of I had VGC Dutch Open yesterday, I left my draft picks with somebody else, and he did an amazing job. And unfortunately, a lot of Pokemon that I wanted in RU got taken already, so he decided to pick Politoed because it was the next on the list. And if I look into it right now, I don't think Politoed is that bad. I think Politoed with its Drizzle ability, I think we can use Politoed Drizzle. I will have to make sure I can use Politoed Drizzle, because otherwise Politoed is useless. But no. Politoed is an amazing mon. I really like Politoed design. I really like Politoed as a whole mon. And again, another water mon, and I think Politoed can actually be very useful if we can use that Drizzle, because we have a lot of mon that can, you know, benefit that Drizzle. So yeah, Politoed is here. I think I have a nickname for Politoed ready, but who knows. So next off, we are going into the NU picks, 2 NU picks and PU picks. So for these picks, I really didn't have a clue what I was going with, but I've got all the mons that I wanted from my top picks. So first off, NU Tauros. Now I really wanted to use Tauros because Tauros is one of those mons that I never got a chance to using competitively. And this season, I think Tauros can actually be an amazing powerhouse because of the rules of this season for the FBL. Torus hits hard, is also a speedy mon, has a lot of coverage in terms of moves. Torus is an amazing mon. I think Torus is going to be the surprise for the Groningen Golducks this season. I've said that in every season so far, which mon would be my biggest surprise. Season 1 it was Roserade, Season 2 it was Magnezone. I think Torus can actually become the surprise factor for the Groningen Golducks this season. But we'll see, we'll have to watch for that. I'm not going to do any prediction in what place I'm going to be, what mon is going to be the best mon. I just think Torus is going to be one of the surprising mons this season for us, for the Groningen Golducks. So, next up in NU is Garbodor. Now, many people are going to, criticize me for this. I think Garbodor can be a very fun Pokemon to use. I think Garbodor, I don't dislike the design of Garbodor. I don't dislike what type Garbodor is in terms of Pokemon. It's a garbage, trash, blah blah blah. I think Garbodor is going to be so useful this season. I'm saying that of every mon because I'm always very confident in the mons I'm using. I always like to tend to use mons. You don't see that very often, and you will see that in my last 2 PU picks, by the way. But Garbodor, it's going to be an amazing mon. It's going to be, people are going to fear Garbodor during the course of this season. I had to find the word for that. But during the course of this season, people are going to be like, wow, that Garbodor, ouch. So Garbodor is here, also part of the Groningen Golducks. So next off, 2 PU, first one. And I had to do this. After 2 seasons, I finally had to do this. Golduck is part of the Groningen Golducks. Yes! Golduck can be used now. If Politoed gets Drizzle, Golduck is going to be so much hype this season. I'm so very happy that I've got Golduck. I was, thinking about using Golduck last season, but it didn't happen. This season, we're starting off with Golduck for the Groningen Golducks. We have our team mascot. Now we have a mascot we've used in the previous seasons, Roserade, and we got our name mascot, the Groningen Golducks, using the Golduck finally. I don't know what to expect. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm just happy Golduck is here and is going to be part of the Groningen Golducks. And then we have our last mon, and this is like a mon I really wanted to use as well, and I really wanted to use in my VGC team yesterday in the VGC Dutch Open, and that's Hypno. I'm going to use Hypno. I think Hypno can actually be a good mon because we didn't have a Psychic type in our team yet, and I really wanted a Psychic type in my team. And the first Psychic type that came up to me was Hypno. And yeah, Hypno is PU, so I was like, should I draft like a PU mon really that early? So yeah, I got Hypno surprisingly because the person that was drafting for me while I was gone and asleep, Hypno was the last mon I got to pick, I think, and I'm so happy that I got Hypno. I think I can't say anything about Hypno yet. I know what it can do. It can set up the Trick Room. It can, set up a light screen, safeguard, reflect. It can do so much. You can nasty plot, baton pass out if you really want to do that. Hypno is a mon that I have to get used to, but I think in the long run, I think Hypno can actually do some stuff for us in the Groningen Golducks. Yeah, that was all the mons I've chosen. I will put a picture of all the 12 mons that I've picked in the layout. So yeah, I'm sorry if this draft was kinda rushed. Most of the times I like to talk about like 30 minutes, but I don't think people are going to sit and watch 30 minutes of me talking about every mon in Pokemon Showdown. I just wanted to give you guys a quick view of my team that we drafted this season, and who knows, maybe you can leave a comment in the comment section below thinking your opinions about this team. Of course, I said it before, you can put nickname suggestions of every mon if you want in the comment section below. I would take that seriously. I really do. I will watch those nicknames, and who knows, maybe I will even use it. But I'm very hyped for this season of the FBL. It's going to be a different season than the last 2 seasons, but yeah, we surprised many people last season. and this season I hope to do the same again. So yeah, this was the draft review for the FBL Season 3 of the Groningen Golducks. If you do enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, share this video with others, slash the subscribe buttons down below if you are hyped for this season of the FBL, the Frontier Battle League. But I will say goodbye for you now, and yeah, see you guys in the first battle of the FBL Season 3.